There are places in history where suffering doesn't just end, it lingers. In this episode of Project Fear, the team returns to the Trans-Alleheny Asylum, one of the most infamous psychiatric institutions in the United States. But what they encounter isn't just unsettling, it raises a deeper question. Are these buildings haunted by spirits, or by the psychological weight of what happened inside of them? Before any investigation begins, it's important to understand what makes this location so disturbing. The Trans-Alleheny Asylum opened in 1864 with the intention of humane treatment, but by the end of the 20th century, it had become dangerously overcrowded, housing nearly 10 times its intended capacity. Patients suffering from everything from epilepsy to minor behavioral issues were confined together. Many were subjected to extreme treatments, including electroshock therapy and lobotomies. Over 5,000 people are believed to be buried on the grounds. This isn't just a haunted location, it's a place defined by trauma, neglect, and systemic failure. And that context matters because environments like this can deeply influence how we interpret what comes next. One of the most disturbing claims from this episode actually comes from a prior visit. A phone call. According to the team, a call came through a device that was completely powered off. When answered, the audio reportedly sounded like someone gasping, struggling to breathe.
And once again, another part of this place that is a lot of physical, interactions with spirits, not just slamming doors and voices, it's physically attacking you.
Who knows if it's actually the most haunted part of this entire place, but if it is, that's gonna be terrifying because we already know this building is so scary. Before we get going, I do think we should just quickly talk about the phone call.
Dude, yeah. So Chelsea and I were in Dean Mahaney's room when my phone started ringing. I looked at it and it was Tanner calling me. I answered the phone thinking they needed something, and all I heard through it, it sounded like someone was gasping for breath.
Hello?
Choking, gasping for breath. It sounded like a replay of this man dying. That's not even the craziest part. That is crazy.
Yeah.
But the craziest part...
So they told us that that was happening, and I didn't even have my phone on me. So it wasn't a pocket dial, it wasn't anything like that. So we decided, let's run to my phone, see where it's at, in the gear room, ran all the way downstairs, pulled out my phone, and it was dead. The battery completely died, so there's no possible way that my phone should have been even able to call Alex.
What people didn't get to see was the effects it kind of had on us after this. Just tell them quickly how it affected you and your phone.
Yeah, I got rid of my phone, I switched services, and I completely got rid of that phone. I couldn't have it anywhere near me.
That was crazy. He threw his phone away.
Yeah.
By the way, it sounded non-human.
Yeah.
Totally non-human.
It was a screech that I've never heard before.
Yeah.
Craziest thing too is this episode aired on TV, and all of a sudden we start getting hit with messages online from a few different groups who had been here and had the same thing happen, where they were getting a call from another member and a weird screaming voice came through.
Yeah, dude, I remember thinking no one's gonna believe that this is real, this actually happened. And all of a sudden, yeah, numerous people told us about their experience with this. But it is getting dark.
It's getting dark. The sun's about to go down here, so we're gonna pack up and head inside, and once it's dark, we will start our night.
Let's get this over with.
Yay.
Yeah.
In paranormal research, this kind of event is often classified as instrumental transcommunication, where spirits are believed to manipulate electronic devices. But from a scientific perspective, there are other possibilities. Device malfunctions, signal interference, and even psychological suggestion can all play a role in how such experiences are perceived. What makes this case particularly compelling is that others have reportedly experienced something similar, which raises the question, is this a shared anomaly or a shared expectation? As the investigation begins, one of the most consistent phenomena reported is sound. Footsteps. Heavy, deliberate movement with no visible source.
Holy crap!
Oh my gosh, dude, there's a freaking mannequin. Why would they put that there? Hello? Dude, that was so loud. Literally, from the packet, too, they said this is a noisy building.
It's noisy, and there's a lot of physical attacks.
No way, Jose.
I don't know if the camera picked that up. That was a deep,
Crazy.
thud. That was probably from like either the second or third floor.
Someone here?
There's walking.
Dude, can you come down to the first floor? You have a visitor.
Guys, I'm so scared right now.
Are you in here? Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh, there's beds over here. Look at that. So this is exactly how it would have looked. Just beds lined up here.
Oh my goodness. Just the rush of memories right now. Whoa.
That sounds like someone outside, like screaming for their life.
Honestly. Whoa. Whoa.
Maybe not even outside. It was just really echoey and faint.
Yeah. Are you hearing that movement?
Steps. Dude, something's moving down there. Hello?
Is someone down there? Yo.
Dude, that is like straight up walking.
There's legitimate walking happening right now.
Can you come closer? That's like the main claim. People hear footsteps, and so much so that they can feel them on their feet.
Like, if I didn't know any better, I would have thought multiple people were down there.
Yeah. And that's a dead end, by the way. Like, that's where it ends.
Yeah.
In large, aging structures like this, sound behaves unpredictably. Hallways can amplify echoes, and vibrations can travel through floors and walls in ways that distort their origin. However, what makes these reports unsettling is their apparent intent. The footsteps don't just exist, they seem to approach. This creates a psychological effect known as agent detection, where the brain assumes an intelligent presence behind ambiguous stimuli. It's an evolutionary response. But in a place like this, it becomes something much more unsettling. At several points, the team hears loud metallic impacts and door movements with no clear cause.
We're new here. You want to show us around?
Oh, you guys, this is seclusion. So this is where people went when they were not controllable.
The worst of the worst of the worst. Actually got their own cells. Dude, honestly, in this place, I almost feel like I'd rather have my own room and not be surrounded by people that are criminally insane and violent.
Hoping you don't have a cellmate in here.
Oh, dude, true. Like, actually, who knows? Okay, so this is just the same as the first floor.
Yo.
What was that? That's like a chain. Hello? Who's in here?
Hello?
You know what that sounded like to me? I swear I heard like, it almost sounded like a chain.
Yes.
It almost sounded like a guard with like handcuffs.
That's exactly what I heard too. 100%. That's the thought that went through my head when I heard that.
They're like handcuffs or like shackles.
Or shackles. And I'm trying to think rationally, like what could actually make.
Oh my God! What was that? Oh my God, dude.
That was right here. Right here.
Dude, that was like someone put their hand on the railing.
Yes.
Like, no joke, dude, just.
Yes.
Rationally, like what could actually make.
Oh my God! What was that?
It was literally right here. Yeah, I don't like jumping to conclusions, but it's.
Oh my God!
That was so loud.
What could that have even been? I feel like we need to go down there. Like, we need to go see if it's something natural or not. But then maybe we just go down to the first floor, get closer to the exit.
I'm closer to fresh air because I need it.
If it is something natural, like to me, it sounds like it's got to be hitting like this railing or one of these railings. We have to see if there's something touching one of the railings.
anything on the railings. Could have been this. Like, I'm making noise quick.
Dude, it said the word lock. Do you remember that?
Dude, it did. Is that the sound? If that's the sound, I'm gonna freak out. I do it again.
That honestly sounds like it could definitely be it. Because it was like just like a singular metallic noise.
I don't like jumping to conclusions, but it's...
Dude, okay, if it was this lock, that's too much of a coincidence that we got the words lock.
There's not a lot of items in here. Even the doors that were upstairs, they're no longer there. So like, there's only so many things that can cause a noise like that.
These moments are often interpreted as poltergeist activity, where unseen forces are believed to interact with the physical environment. But again, context is key. This building is structurally degraded. Loose fixtures, shifting materials, and environmental factors like airflow can all produce sudden, sharp noises. The human brain, especially in a heightened emotional state, tends to assign meaning to these events, not because they are necessarily meaningful, but because we are wired to search for patterns. Still, when these sounds occur in direct response to human presence, the line between coincidence and interaction begins to blur. The team uses a spirit box, an instrument that rapidly scans radio frequencies to attempt communication. They report hearing words such as fight, family, and I hate you.
We have the PS device. This is a device that has a word database inside of it, and it is said that spirits can manipulate the frequencies within this device to choose words from that database and communicate with us. So, if you want to hold it, unless you want me to, I can man the flashlight. What was that? God. Hello?
Holy shit.
Was the
Dude.
loudest.
Dude, this is a stupid spot.
We just pulled out a device that you can talk to us through if you want to. Can you come up here and have a conversation with us instead of just making loud noises?
You guys, that was so freaking loud.
Whoever's making these sounds, were you a prisoner here? Were you a guard? Is this the Joker? Can you use your voice? Who's here right now? Oh my gosh, dude, I can't do this.
Mark?
Mark, were you a prisoner here?
If anyone wants to have a conversation, we want to talk to whoever's making all this noise here. Can you describe your experience in this building?
Legs? Well, if anyone has a mark on their legs.
Oh.
I wonder if that was a statement. I'm gonna mark your legs.
Oh my gosh, dude. That makes sense too. Like, people get scratched here.
Fight.
Fight. And you did ask, what was it like being here?
Yeah. What was your experience?
What was
like?
your
Fight.
People were killed in here. You guys know that, right? Like, people were killed in this building.
I wonder if we're talking with someone who was killed in this building.
Can you give us a word to describe if you were killed here?
This is the spirit box, and it scans radio frequencies, and it's believed spirits can manipulate these frequencies to come through with their voice. We're just going to start scanning and see if someone here wants to talk to us. Maybe Dean, maybe someone else. There's obviously hundreds and hundreds of spirits that are said to be here. Whoever's in here, you can try to use your voice through this device. Can you tell us who you are?
No way.
That was a scream.
Like right away, the first thing that came out was a scream.
Can you do that louder? Why are you screaming?
Is someone hurting you?
Down low?
Down something.
Down for sure. Dean, are you here? Can you say your name, Dean?
Don't like it here?
Like it here. I heard like.
Yeah.
I heard like for sure.
Yeah. I mean, who would like it here? It would make a bunch of sense for him to go like, I don't like it here.
Don't like it here. We're so sorry for whoever we're talking to. If this is Dean, if it's not, we're sorry that you had to go through this location in this place. Can you tell us why you don't like it here? My family?
Yeah, I heard family.
Don't like it here. Something family.
No, was it like no family here?
Do you miss your family? Can you say family again?
What were the conditions like here? Over 3,000?
Dude, yeah, I heard like 3, maybe 1,000.
Yeah. From what I know in the research, like there's 2,300 people here at one point. Maybe even those numbers were off. Like it just overcrowded. That's speculation, but like.
That was like 3 something.
Something. How did it feel to live here? Can you please use all your energy to speak clearly?
Do you remember us from last time? Something. It's always a man. We're getting a man every time.
Yep. And again, for people at home, like it is rapidly scanning all these different radio stations. So the fact that we're getting even remotely the same voice doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It is scanning it so quickly that we should not be hearing the same voice.
Like, and you'd think too, we would have heard a female at least once.
Right.
Who's this man? Can you please just try to be more clear and tell us your name? Timothy?
I don't know.
Can you please be more clear?
Is one of Dean's killers here?
You're over here? So you're saying you're one of the killers? Over where? Where are you?
I remember one of their names. Can you say it?
The name is Jim, right?
Yeah, Jim.
My name is Dakota, and this is Tanner. Can you say one of our names, just so we know that you can hear us? I just heard
I've met you before?
I just said, I hate you.
I hate you?
Maybe it was
Yeah.
I met you. I met you might have been it.
I met you.
We just want to know that you can actually hear us, so we're actually having a conversation. Can you just to prove it to us, can you say one of our names? I'm Dakota, and this is Tanner.
Can you please say one of our names?
How about him? He's the one who slept up here and was here for the longest time.
We're not going to hurt you. You're not going to get in trouble. We just want you to come closer and state one of our names. I'm just so confused on what's going on. Like, there's been different aspects of someone speaking, but like they're just blanket statements, and then it almost seems like they walk away after.
Exactly. I was going to say the same thing. It's like, it's not quite being direct yet. Like, it's not saying our names when we're asking. I mean, maybe it has to just, we have to earn its trust. Last time it didn't really get crazy till later.
That's fair.
We're gonna leave here pretty soon, but we'd love if you could just give us a few more messages. We're not even gonna ask any questions anymore. We're just gonna let this go, and we're just hoping you can come through with some final messages for us. Whoa. I don't know what that was. I thought I heard something medical. Like medical.
Right.
Everyone watching, definitely comment below what you think that one just said. That was weird.
It's very strange.
Okay, we're gonna turn it on again. Just let you talk, but we're not gonna be in here for too much longer.
Whoa.
That was definitely a clear voice. Like,
Yep.
I think it said force them.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Like, we obviously got to get going here. Like,
Yep.
we can't stay in here for this long. What are the chances the entire session it's male voices? It almost like is compelling because it was all men. Like,
Right.
this is the men's violent ward.
That's a good point. The fact that it is all men actually confirms the fact that, like, yeah, we are speaking in the men's violent ward.
Not a single female voice. Well, I feel like we definitely didn't get anything conclusive, but lots of voices and stuff we actually were able to decipher too.
To believers, this suggests intelligent interaction. To skeptics, it's a classic example of auditory pareidolia, the tendency to perceive meaningful patterns in random noise. The key issue with devices like this is the interpretation. Fragments of audio are inherently ambiguous. The meaning is often assigned after the fact, shaped by context and expectation. However, the emotional tone of the responses in this case, especially words tied to conflict and distress, aligns closely with the documented history of the asylum, and that alignment is difficult to ignore. One of the most concerning aspects of this episode involves reported physical symptoms. At one point, a member of the team suddenly loses his voice. Others reported headaches and a general sense of discomfort. In paranormal theory, these are often described as signs of oppression or environmental influence by unseen entities.
Are you okay?
What the heck?
Dude, my throat's got super scratchy. Maybe it's because I'm just talking.
You okay? That came out of nowhere.
I can breathe. I just can't even talk.
Okay.
What?
I can't talk.
Do you want me to go get water?
Yeah.
Okay.
That literally happened like I've had a cough before, but I've never just like lost my voice on the spot. That is so weird.
I don't like it. I can't even talk. Dude, what is this? It's like my throat just like, I can breathe, but it feels like it's closing.
Alex? Alex!
Dude, thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh my gosh.
You okay?
I think, dude, my voice is. I can like whisper. I'm gonna give my voice just like a break. I just completely lost my voice, dude.
Right before, we were like kind of guessing whoever we're talking to killed a kid. And if that was something like paranormally affecting you, like that person could have easily just gone up and like grabbed your throat.
Oh my gosh.
Did somebody do this to Connor? Sign. Curse.
Curse.
What the heck? It feels like a curse.
Trouble.
Curse.
Communicate.
Communicate. It's a weird series of words right there.
That's super relevant. Benefit of the doubt. It's a really dusty building. Maybe I just nailed some dust. But to get that after all of this is weird.
How many dusty buildings have we been in our lifetime where our voice just like gives out in a...
Never.
I don't know. None.
Are you affecting Connor? If you are, can you give us a word that would just indicate that and solidify it for us?
But there are also well-documented physiological explanations. Dust, mold, poor air quality, and stress can all produce these exact symptoms, especially in abandoned structures. Additionally, expectation plays a powerful role again. When individuals enter a space believing it to be dangerous or haunted, the body can respond accordingly. The experience feels real because it is real, even if the cause is internal rather than external. One of the most intriguing moments occurs when a device appears to repeat the investigator's own words back to them. This phenomenon, often referred to as mimicry, is commonly associated with intelligent hauntings.
But we're on the opposite side now, and we're going to turn on the Ovilus. If there's anyone in here, you can use this now to choose one word at a time. Short.
Short. You said we're not in here for a long time.
True.
Dude, they said that they would mock them.
True, yeah, like it was mimicking them as, like Chelsea said actually, and then it said actually.
Yep.
I said, we're only going to be here for a little bit longer. Short. amount. Short amount.
No way.
Short amount of time?
It's mimicking us.
What is happening, dude? Time!
No shot.
Short amount time.
In folklore, mimics are considered deceptive entities, capable of imitating human speech and behavior. But again, there is a simpler explanation. When using word-based devices with limited vocabularies, repetition can occur purely by chance, especially when certain words are more likely to appear. What makes this moment stand out, however, is timing. The responses seem contextually relevant, and that creates the illusion of intention. Whether that intention is real or constructed by the human mind is ultimately the question at the center of this entire investigation. Now, towards the end of the investigation, the team records what they believe to be electronic voice phenomena. When asked whether the treatments helped, the playback appears to contain the phrase, "no life," and later, "I didn't get better."
After the procedure, do you think you had a better quality of life?
I know a lot of people considered you guys problems or nuisance to society, but how did you view yourself?
How would you describe life here at the asylum?
Should we listen to it back?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
I'm rolling on the digital recorder the lobotomy recovery board. If there is anyone here with us, we have a device that you can talk to us through. Can you come down here and give us your name, maybe? We are speaking with a former lobotomy patient. This is your chance to say something to the world for everyone here. What do you want people to know? Prior to the procedure, were you under the impression that this was going to give you a better quality of life? After the procedure, do you think you had a better quality of life?
Can you rewind?
Wait,
What did
right
you-
after that second question, did you have a better quality of life? I thought I heard no life.
Dude.
After the procedure, do you think you had a better quality of life?
Wow.
If it is saying no life after that, that might be one of the realest, like most saddest ways to even answer that question.
If you think about it, like who you are is like what makes up your life.
Yes.
And like what makes you you is your personality, how you react to things. You know, like it's what makes all of us individual and unique. And the fact that the goal of this procedure, the goal of the frontal lobotomy, was to disrupt the personality center of the brain.
All right, let's see if anyone wanted to talk.
Rolling again on the digital recorder in the lobotomy recovery ward. Have this on the ground of us. Whoever we were talking to, or anyone that does want to talk, we just want to give you this opportunity to tell us about yourself. Show the world who you were, who you are. Anything you would like to say, you have the opportunity right now.
Go back.
What was that?
Is it I didn't get better?
I didn't get better.
Let's just hear it again.
Yeah.
That's totally it.
I didn't get better. Oh my gosh.
That's and why were people put here in the first place? With intentions of getting better.
To get better. Sounds like a follow-up to the last response too that we got in the previous. True. No life and I didn't get better. Wow. Oh my gosh. And there's still a bit to listen to, so I think we continue. Okay, nothing else after
Wild.
That voice came through.
One response. One very powerful response.
Honestly.
I mean, if you had one sentence to say about this place and you got one shot, like, that would make sense. But that's the message that we were getting.
These responses are particularly powerful, not because they prove anything definitively, but because of what they represent. They mirror the historical reality of the asylum. Patients came here expecting treatment. Many left worse than before. Some never left at all. Even if these recordings are the result of noise and interpretation, they still reflect something very real, the legacy of suffering that defines this place. The Trans-Alleheny Asylum doesn't need ghosts to be disturbing. Its history is enough. But when investigators enter a space like this, armed with expectation, emotion, and the weight of documented tragedy, the experiences that follow can feel undeniably real. Whether you believe this episode captured genuine paranormal activity or a series of psychological and environmental effects, there's no denying one thing. Places like this leave an imprint, and sometimes that imprint feels like something watching back. Thanks for watching another episode of the Horror Expo, and I appreciate your time. If you enjoy videos like this, please consider liking and subscribing, as every little bit helps. So thanks again, and I'll see you on the next one.